Here's a reframe that saves years. Busy isn't productive. Productivity is an equation, and equations, helpfully, can be solved. One Skillshare class unpacks that equation into 3 myths, 3 laws, and 3 powers. 118,000 students have run the numbers, and the scores are remarkable. This is the Productivity Masterclass, Principles and Tools to Boost Your Productivity, taught by Ali Abdaal, 16 lessons, just under 2 hours, and deliberately, no app tutorials. Here's the plan, the equation unpacked piece by piece, the instructor's frankly absurd calendar, the review data, including a series record, and who should skip it. Lesson 3 hands over the spine of the whole class. The productivity equation. Productivity equals useful output over time, multiplied by F. The fun factor, watch it assemble. P, U over T, times F. Every lesson after this one is just turning one of those dials. Read it like an engineer and the plan appears. Raise the useful output. Do the right things, not more things. Spend less time. The laws handle that, and multiply by fun. His own addition and the class's real thesis. In his words, being productive is really just a matter of understanding the productivity equation and figuring out which bits to optimize. Simple frame, surprisingly deep class. So Chapter 2, who's teaching? Ali Abdaal, a full-time doctor in the UK's National Health Service when this was filmed, who also ran a YouTube channel, a podcast, a newsletter, a blog, and 3 businesses on the side. That calendar is the credential. The system he teaches holds his own life together, tested against real hospital shifts, and he teaches physiology to medical students. Explaining hard things simply is his other job. Which raises the obvious question, how does one person do all of that? That question is the class. The answer isn't hustle, it's the equation, and he spends 2 hours handing it over. Chapter 3, the contents. Inside, it's 115 minutes across 16 lessons, arranged 3 by 3. 3 myths to clear, 3 laws to lean on, 3 powers to install, plus the fun factor, the finale. And the ordering is the smart part. The myths die first. 20 full minutes on the motivation myth alone, the longest lesson in the class. Because no tool survives contact with a belief that's working against you. Only after the junk is cleared do the laws and powers arrive. Demolition first, then construction. 16 lessons, most under 10 minutes, watchable in an evening, built to last considerably longer. Now for the demolition, 3 myths dismantled in order. Myth 1, I don't have time. The class audits an ordinary day on screen, 24 hours, sleep out, workout, life, admin out, and a surprising block of hours remains. Around 4 of them most days, the reframe stings a little. You don't lack time, you spend it. Usually invisibly, the audit shows you the receipts, 4 hours, hiding in plain sight. Myth 2 gets the longest treatment. Motivation, the finding drawn out over 20 minutes. Motivation isn't a prerequisite, it's a product. Action leads, the feeling follows. Motivation is a wave. Action is a line, don't wait for the wave. Walk the line and the wave shows up. Then multitasking gets 10 minutes, which is roughly 9 more than it deserves. Myths cleared, the ground is ready, now for the tools. Then the class borrows 3 laws from physics and economics and aims them directly at your to-do list. Old laws aimed at brand new targets. Law 1, Parkinson's Law. Work expands to fill the time available. Give a task a week. It takes the week. Watch the demo, same task, given one afternoon, and it fits. The weapon is the artificial deadline. Shrink the container and the work politely follows. Law 2, the Pareto Principle. Roughly 80% of results come from 20% of the effort. The lesson turns that into a weekly ritual. Find the 5th of your list that actually moves the needle, and do it first. The rest is mostly noise. Treat it accordingly. Law 3, Newton's first law. Objects at rest stay at rest, and objects in motion stay in motion. So give the task one small push. 2 minutes done badly counts. Watch the ball. One nudge and physics does the rest. Starting was always the whole battle. Then the powers, starting with habit. Motivation is expensive. Habits are free. 11 minutes on the loop that runs your day whether you aim it or not. Cue, routine, reward, and how to point it at things you actually want done. Habits are compound interest. The class shows you where to open the account. Small deposits made daily, remarkable returns. Power 2 is the counterintuitive one. Productive breaks. Resting on purpose raises output. Real breaks between focus blocks, not doom scrolls. Recharge the exact battery the next block spends. A break isn't stolen time, it's where the next hour comes from. Rest, it turns out, is part of the work. 1 power left, and it's the most forgiving one. You already use it. Power 3 is the most forgiving idea in the class. Productive procrastination. You're going to dodge the big task sometimes. Everyone does, so dodge usefully. Clear the small backlog. Prep tomorrow's easy start. Learn the thing you postponed. The avoidance still moves you forward, which quietly diffuses the guilt that usually makes it worse. And then lesson 13. The fun factor, the variable he added to the equation himself, and his proudest contribution. Fun isn't the reward waiting after productivity. It's a multiplier inside it. Make the work enjoyable and output rises while the hours feel shorter. The highest leverage question in the class, could this be more fun? He asks it of everything, including this class. Step back and the architecture is elegant. 9 ideas in a 3x3 grid with F multiplying the lot. Myths cleared, laws installed, powers running, a complete mental toolkit, assembled in under 2 hours, simple to draw, hard to forget. And notice what's missing. App setups, deliberately, Parkinson's law doesn't get discontinued. Pareto never needs an update. Everything here still works in 10 years on whatever tools exist then, which makes this one of the rare productivity classes that doesn't expire. It's also the first class in his series, the foundations, mental models before mechanics, exactly the right first 2 hours. The deeper systems come later. This is the ground they stand on, that's the theory. Now for the student's verdict in numbers. So, does it deliver? 98% of students said the class met or exceeded expectations. 69% said it flat out exceeded them. A remarkable number. And on the most liked board, the winner is charisma itself. Engaging teacher with nearly 3,000 votes. Clarity, examples, organization, and actionable steps all cluster right behind. 2 hours that feel like 40 minutes, according to the people who watch them. Charisma topping the board could be a warning sign, except every substance tag sits within 15% of it. Entertaining and rigorous, the combination that makes lessons actually stick, which leaves one last question. So who's it for? The chronically busy, full calendar, empty progress, students and side hustlers, built by a man running 5 things while employed, and productivity video veterans who have watched everything and started nothing. Inertia is literally lesson 9. If you want app walkthroughs, skip it. Because after the myths, the laws, and the powers, the class ends on the variable nobody else includes, his proudest addition, in 6 words. Stop optimizing apps, solve for fun, F multiplies everything. That's the whole secret, and it's a genuinely different answer than the rest of the productivity industry is selling. A better answer too, which brings us at last to the final verdict. So the verdict, worth 115 minutes. Comfortably, you leave with 9 durable mental models, 1 equation that organizes them, and a teacher you'll actually finish. It's included with a Skillshare membership and there's a free trial, so the 2 hours are the entire price. The return is measured in years. One last thing before you go, the part that actually matters. And don't go searching for the class. The link in the description gets you in free through Skillshare. Tap it, press play, then pick one law, just one, and run it this week. Parkinson's a good first pick. That's the assignment. See you in the next review.